Today we open in the Bronx, Nationals versus Yankees, an afternoon clash between a rebuilding club and a playoff contender. The line says New York should roll, but the numbers whisper something different. Let's slow down and look at the arms. For Washington, Cade Cavalli takes the ball. He's young, raw, but so far he's shown flashes, just 22 innings and already a 2.82 ERA. The whip sits higher than you'd want at 1.34, and his strikeout-to-walk ratio is only 3-1. On the road, though, the ERA balloons over 5. That tells us the small sample hides volatility. Still, his stuff plays. Upper 90s fastball, heavy slider, and enough unpredictability that hitters can't sit on one pitch. Washington is 3-1 in his starts, which means the team rallies behind him. Across from him, Max Fried, a proven veteran and anchor. His record says 13 wins, ERA just above 3, whip a strong 1.12. He's handled 155 innings with command and precision, nearly 150 strikeouts against 40 walks. At Yankee Stadium, his ERA drops under 250, dominant numbers. And yet the Yankees have dropped 3 of his last 5 outings because run support sometimes dries up. That's the paradox. Ace on the mound, but no automatic guarantee. Now zoom out. Offensively, the Yankees lead all of baseball in power, first in slugging, first in home runs, and they average more than 5 runs per game. They just blasted 3 more homers in this series, but Washington has speed, top 10 in stolen bases, and they're scrappy enough to turn late innings chaotic. Defensively, the gap is wide. The Nationals' ERA is near the bottom. The Yankees' staff is middle of the pack, but supported by one of the best strikeout rates in the league. So what's the real edge? On paper, Fried and the Yankees' bats make them heavy favorites. Vegas agrees, pricing New York at nearly 270 on the money line. But the run line is the trap. Cavalli's small sample volatility plus the Nats' ability to scratch runs late makes +1.5 at plus money an underdog edge. Washington doesn't need to win. They just need to keep it close. And today's AI pick is Nationals +1.5 on the run line. Will we cash or will we burn? Abaddon steps into Game 2.
Now we move from the Bronx to Miami, where the Braves face the Marlins under the roof at Lone Depot Park. The line tells you Atlanta should be favored, but the truth is never that clean. Let's break it down. For the Braves, lefty Joey Wentz takes the ball. His record sits at 4 wins, 4 losses, with an ERA over 5 and a whip at 1.43. That means too many base runners, too many crooked innings. Wentz can miss bats at times, 62 strikeouts in 72 innings, but the walks pile up and the damage follows. On the road, his control slips further, and every free pass in Miami's park threatens to turn into a run. For the Marlins, Ryan Gusto gets the call. His ERA is just a shade better at 5.05, whip 140. He's pitched nearly 100 innings, striking out 95 and walking 31. Like Wentz, he's hittable, but Gusto survives by attacking the strike zone and letting the defense behind him work. Miami's bullpen has been inconsistent, but at home, Gusto has steadied enough to give his team a chance to win. Now step back and compare. Atlanta carries the bigger bats, with more home runs and a lineup built to punish mistakes. But their road record is ugly. 26 wins against 39 losses. Their defense is excellent, one of the best fielding percentages in the league, but that hasn't translated into consistent road success. Miami, meanwhile, has speed. They've stolen over 100 bases, and that pressure changes games. They don't slug like Atlanta, but they scratch runs, they extend innings, and they turn chaos into edges. Momentum tells its own story. Atlanta has been better in recent games, but dropped the opener of this series. Miami has struggled overall, yet they've won 2 straight and carry confidence at home. Both starting pitchers are volatile, which means variance rules this matchup. When variance rules, the underdog often holds the value. And today's AI pick is Marlins money line at +108. Will we cash or will we burn? Hot awaits with Game 3.
Now we turn to Queens, where the Phillies and Mets collide at Citi Field. This isn't just another divisional matchup. It's a battle between the leaders of the East and a rival clawing to hold on to a wild card spot. The line leans toward New York, but let's see what the numbers whisper beneath the noise. For Philadelphia, Taijuan Walker gets the start. His record is modest, 4 wins against 6 losses, but his ERA tells a stronger story at 3.45 with a whip of 1.28. Over 96 innings, he struck out 70 while walking 31. Walker is a veteran arm, steady when he finds rhythm. His August form has been excellent, posting a sub-2.30 ERA for the month. Still, there's a shadow. Against the Mets this year, he's allowed 2 homers in just over an inning pitched. That's the contradiction, capable of dominance, yet vulnerable to this particular lineup. For New York, rookie Nolan McLean takes the ball. His numbers are dazzling in the small sample. 2 wins, a 1.46 ERA, and a whip under 1 through 12 innings. 15 strikeouts, just 4 walks, and no sign of nerves yet. But 12 innings is not a season. It's a glimpse. Young pitchers can shine at first, only to meet resistance once hitters adjust. Tonight will be his biggest test, facing a Phillies lineup that ranks near the top of the league in batting average and on-base percentage. Zoom out, and the teams nearly mirror one another. The Phillies average 4.7 runs per game, the Mets 4.6. The Phillies rank second in team average at .257. The Mets sit in the middle at 247, but have out-homered them 176 to 160. Defensively, Philadelphia is tighter, ranking third in fielding percentage. The Mets hold the edge at Citi Field, where they are 42 and 24, one of the best home records in baseball. Momentum carries weight. Philadelphia has won 7 of their last 10, but they fell hard in the opener of this series. The Mets, winners of 6 of their last 10, have beaten the Phillies in 7 of their last 9 meetings. History favors New York, and yet the line leans too far. The Mets are priced as favorites on rookie volatility, while the Phillies, with Walker's resurgence, sit at plus money. That is the value. And today's AI pick is Phillies money line at plus 120. Will we cash or will we burn? Angel waits with Game 4.
Now we go west to Los Angeles, where the Reds try to hang on in Dodger Stadium. It's a clash of momentum and survival. The Dodgers fighting to keep their division lead. The Reds scrambling to stay in the wild card chase. The line tilts heavy toward Los Angeles, but the total tells a different story. Let's look at the arms. For Cincinnati, the starter isn't yet confirmed. That usually means a bullpen game, and that brings volatility. The Reds staff overall owns a strong season ERA at 3.81, but when the rotation skips a beat, innings fall to middle relievers and variance spikes. That's when games tilt toward chaos, walks, inherited runners, and scoring bursts that no model can fully contain. Even so, the Reds' defense ranks top 5 in opponent batting average, showing their gloves can help soften the load. For Los Angeles, Shohei Ohtani takes the mound. His ERA sits at 4.61, with a whip that shows traffic is frequent. He's given up 9 hits and 5 runs in his most recent start, a stumble against Colorado. At home, he has flashes of dominance, striking out hitters in bunches, but the inconsistency remains. In 2 appearances against Cincinnati, his ERA is over 4, not the kind of number that screams suppression. If Ohtani is sharp, the Dodgers roll. If not, the Reds can tag him early. Now zoom out. The Dodgers lead baseball in scoring, averaging more than 5 runs a game, powered by Freddie Freeman, Ohtani, and a lineup that grinds pitchers down. Their slugging percentage is second best in the league, and they're relentless with runners in scoring position. Cincinnati, by contrast, sits middle of the pack at the plate, but their youth and speed, led by Elly De La Cruz, can turn small cracks into rallies. If Los Angeles builds a lead, the Reds can still push the total higher in late innings, especially against a Dodgers bullpen that owns an ERA over 4. The market expects Los Angeles to win, but the sharper question is whether 8.5 runs is too low for this setup. With Ohtani volatile, Cincinnati unsettled, and both teams swinging with urgency, the probability tilts toward runs finding the board. And today's AI pick is over 8.5 total runs. Will we cash or will we burn? Rocco steps forward for Game 5.
The final stop tonight is Oracle Park, where the Cubs meet the Giants. On paper, Chicago looks stronger. Better offense, tighter defense, steadier rotation. but the line whispers something else, and when Vegas leaves the door cracked, you follow the draft. Let's start on the mound. For the Cubs, Colin Rea takes the ball. He's been solid this season, 10 wins already, ERA just under 4. He's given the Cubs length, more than 120 innings, keeping walks under control. His whip sits at 1.29, which means he allows traffic, but not chaos. The problem comes with the long ball. Chicago's staff has surrendered more than 150 home runs, bottom 10 in the league. Oracle Park suppresses homers, but it also punishes pitchers who rely on fly balls to escape. If Rea leaves pitches up, San Francisco's contact hitters can flip the script. For the Giants, lefty Carson Weissenhunt gets the call, a rookie, still carving his place, with an ERA pushing 5 in limited work. 18 innings, 13 strikeouts, 9 walks, uneven numbers, but that's the trap. Rookies bring variance, and variance is where underdogs live. A team seeing him for the first time has no book to follow, no scouting file deep enough to predict his sequences. That edge can last just long enough to matter. Zoom out and the matchup sharpens. The Cubs rank top 5 in runs per game and slugging. They've hit 178 homers, built to punish mistakes. But the Giants are the league's stingiest club at allowing the home run, just 114 surrendered all year. It's a bad stylistic matchup for Chicago, strength meeting resistance. Add in Oracle Park's wide alleys, deep fences, and ocean air, and those warning track shots turn into outs. Chicago's defense and bullpen have been excellent, but the Giants, while weaker in the standings, have their own edge. Home field. They've quietly won 2 straight, stabilizing after a rough stretch. For a team sitting just below 500, the chance to ruin a contender's night becomes its own fuel. The line is short, Cubs favored only slightly despite holding a 13-game lead in the standings. That tells you what the books see. Public money floods Chicago, but value drips towards San Francisco. And today's AI pick is Giants money line at plus 108. Will we cash or will we burn? Lilith waits with a recap.
The fire burns across the diamond, and tonight the glyph reveals its 5 edges. No hiding, no games. We stand by the numbers, win or lose. Let's walk it back. In New York, Krista opened with the underdog edge, Nationals plus 1.5 on the run line. In Miami, Abaddon called the Marlins money line at plus money. In Queens, Sapphira stood with the Phillies money line, grabbing value against the rookie arm. In Los Angeles, Anna pushed the total over 8.5 between Reds and Dodgers. And in San Francisco, Rocco closed with the Giants money line at Oracle Park. 5 juegos, 5 llamas, Nacionales más 1.5 en la línea de carrera. Marlins a ganar en la línea de dinero. Phillies a ganar en la línea de dinero. Más de 8.5 en rojos contra Dodgers. Gigantes a ganar en la línea de dinero. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? Und der alte Satz flüstert im Dunkel. Wer nicht wagt, der nicht gewinnt. The old saying whispers in the dark, nothing ventured, nothing gained.